anyone, you want to make sure that their mindset about money is shifting. If they invested with you, it's because it's shifting. But you have to be mindful when you're positioning your programs, when you're making your offers. Don't get annoyed with your ideal clients. Investing 5, 10, let me even 1,500, investing money into a coaching program takes a particular mindset. Right? And so I don't want you to get annoyed, because when you are positioning your programs to your ideal client, when you're positioning your programs to your target audience, you first have to change the way that you think about money. When you change the way you think about money, then you'll begin to see the people. When you're talking about your programs or you're talking about your prices, when I tell clients or potential clients how much my program is, I'm no longer timid. I'm no longer struggling. Listen, this is what the cost is. Not because I'm exchanging this cost for the service, but I'm exchanging this cost for the value of the experience. I'm exchanging this cost to hold you accountable to the experience so that you can, in return, get results. So again, I'm talking to my coaches. 3 reasons why your ideal client is not buying from you, or why they aren't investing at your investment rate, is because you haven't yet changed the way you think about money. Stop assuming that people don't have it, that people you want to make sure it's affordable. What's affordable to you may not be what's affordable to your client. Right? Affordability is a mindset, right? There are so many people, people buy designer bags all the time. People buy designer shoes all the time. One person may say, I'm not spending $25,000 on a bag. One person may say, what? $25,000 is nothing on a bag, right? It's a mindset. So you have to now condition yourself and change the way you think so that it is conducive to the mindset of the type of client you want to work with. Does this make sense? Does this make sense? So again, we're talking about 3 reasons as a coach why your ideal client isn't buying, and it's because you haven't yet changed the way that you think about money. Stop assuming that your client can or cannot afford something. You don't know what your client can afford. You don't know what they consider affordable is. You don't know what's in their bank account. You don't know where they get money from. They can have a old rich granddaddy waiting to invest $100,000 into their personal development. You don't know. Right? But when you start placing those limits on your thinking and what you'll do, then this is where it begins to change. If you won't spend $10,000 into your coaching for your business, then why are you expecting for someone to spend $10,000 on you? Right? You don't have all the answers. You have the right answers for the right person in the right season, but you don't have all the answers all the time for everybody in every season. Right? So you're going to have to change the way you're looking at money. You're going to have to change the way you're looking at the investment. Number 2, you don't know what type of mindset your client even needs. Right? So this takes me back to when I did the narrow your niche, grow your revenue. We talked about the differences between your target audience, your target market, and your ideal client, right? And so when you're sitting down and you are identifying your ideal client, we're not talking about the demographics. I'm not talking about their salary. I'm not talking about how much money they make. I'm talking about going through a deeper layer of your ideal client and really understanding where your client is right now and what they're struggling with. Right? So you don't know what type of mindset they need first, because you don't have the proper mindset. And then number 2, you're not taking the time to sit down and say, okay, where is my client right now? What do they need? What are they thinking about? What are they seeking? My client right now is struggling with pricing. They're struggling with their message, and they're struggling with really understanding how to get their message to their client, right? They're struggling with being confident in delivering their price to their ideal client. That's what my client is struggling with right now, right? So when it comes to the investment portion, they're ready to invest because they understand that in order for them to get to the place that they desire in their business, not only will the information help them get there, but their investment is going to, again, reciprocate back into them. It's that seed sowing method I told you guys about in the previous video. All it's going to do is now when they invest the $5,000, now guess what? Someone's going to reinvest that $5,000 into them. right? So again, you're asking, why aren't my ideal clients buying from me? Why aren't they clicking buy? They're reading my content. They're engaging with me. Remember, there's a difference between your target audience, your target market, and your ideal client. Your target audience, they're engaging with you. They're connecting with you. They're sharing your content. Why aren't they connecting? Don't get frustrated. It's a mindset that's required of them before they're able to press buy. The moment that a person releases, once they release this attachment, there we go. Once a person releases attachment to money, it opens up a new way of thinking, right? Yes, we are to be good stewards. Yes, we are to manage our money responsibly. However, I am also supposed to be a lender and not a borrower. I also have the power to gain wealth. Like, these principles work simultaneously, right? So you can't have a lack mentality, but yet want, right? Like, you can't hold on and hoard money, but yet you want people to invest in you. It doesn't work that way. As a man sow, so is he reap. So again, we're talking about the coach who's saying, LaToya, I know I am the bomb coach. I know you are, because you were called to do this. I get it. But why aren't people purchasing my higher ticketed programs or my higher ticketed prices? And again, we're talking about those 3 reasons. And so the second reason is because you don't know the type of mindset that your client needs. Sit down and really understand who your ideal client is, what they're struggling against, what are they suffering from, and how can you get your message to them where they'll understand and it'll connect to them and they'll know, hey, I need that. Right? I need that. Lastly, number 3, you're speaking to an audience that want to buy, but not an audience that will buy. So remember, we talked about the 3 audiences: target market, target audience, and then ideal client, right? So when you're talking to a target market, you're talking to a vast amount of people who is hearing what you're saying. They're hearing the information. They know about you. Cool. Your target audience is the group of people that engages with you. These are the people that share your content. These are the people that join your videos. These are the people that like what you're doing. That's your audience. These are the people that you're talking directly to, right? The ideal client is the one that'll jump on a call with you, a clarity call, and secure. They're like, oh, how much is the program? Mindset. How much is the program? Cool. All right. Then we're going to put this payment here. I'm going to go ahead and press play. I'm going to go ahead and press the button, submit. Here go my CSV number, my zip, all of that good stuff. And now we're good. The ideal client is the one that's willing to invest without negotiating and is willing to do the work. Right? So for most coaches, you're talking to the audience that wants to buy and not the audience that will buy. Well, how do I talk to the audience that will buy? You have to understand what the audience that will buy, what are they looking for? What do they need out of a coach? What are they looking for out of a program? Let me tell you guys a really quick secret, really quickly about pricing, and then I'm going to jump off. Something that I've learned. I've been coaching for over 7 years now. Absolutely love it. Best career decision I've ever made, right? So I've been coaching for over 7 years. It took me quite some time to finally get clarity in the type of coach I was, my niche, my market, like all of that kind of stuff, right? But here's what I did learn. I used to run coaching specials, 30 for 30, right? 30 minutes for $30. I never sold one of them, right? Never sold one of them. Could never understand. Then as I began to grow and develop in my coaching, and I understood the value of coaching, I understood the mindset behind coaching, I understood the work that was required out of the coach and out of the client, then the prices began to readjust. As the prices began to readjust, I gained more clients. The more expensive my pricing went, or the more of the investment, because again, that expensive is a mindset. What you think is expensive, someone else may not. But the more or the higher the investment became, the more attractive it became to people. Now, understand, I'm not saying to go out and just start putting money tags on your coaching services. That's not what I'm saying. It has to have value. You have to make sure that you are exchanging results. You have to make sure that you are putting in the work. But what I am saying is that it's a mindset. And so if you're waiting for your ideal client to finally press purchase, you're going to, number one, have to change the way you're thinking about the way that you're thinking about money. Number two, you're going to have to really understand the mindset of your ideal client. And then lastly, you want to make sure that when you are presenting content, when you are speaking before your audience, when you are delivering materials, that you are doing these things to the audience that will buy, right? Because again, it's a particular language that you have to use, is of a particular content that you have to use, but you have to know who you're talking to. Right? You have to know who you're talking to, and you have to know what they're struggling with in this very moment for them to press purchase. Make sense? So again, I just wanted to drop a few nuggets with you guys on today and share with you 3 reasons why, as a coach, your ideal client may not be committing to your programs. They may not be paying into your program. And the first thing that came to mind was the mindset. Your ideal client has to have a particular mindset to not only invest a certain amount of money. You got to think about the way people are raised. You have to think about what people find value in. Yes, a person to spend $5,000 for a bag, quickest they blink. But when it comes to personal development, when it comes to professional development, they struggle. That's a mindset. Right? It's a mindset. And so it's your responsibility as a coach to continue to deliver content, to continue to deliver marketing materials, continue to present yourself and tell your story so that your ideal client can begin to shift the way that they think, not just about money, but about what the investment in a coach would do for them. Investing in a coach is not just a monetary exchange. Right? Coaches are designed to help you get from a place that you're in to greater. They're designed to help you reach a certain level of success. They're designed to help you see the barriers and help you get through certain obstacles and help you think a certain way. And if you're ready for change, you'll understand that change is not done in silence. Right? When people are ready to transition in their life and make better decisions and transform and become a better version of themselves, they go to books, they go to audibles, they go to the internet, they go to social. They're looking for people, right? Because if change didn't require anyone else to assist us, then why would we need change? Make sense? So listen, thank you guys so much for rocking out with me on my strategy session for today. I am your vision coach, LaToya Early, and I help coaches find their message, narrow their niche, and create multiple streams of income through business growth and lifestyle transformation. If you are just joining in, make sure you catch the replay. I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. If you have any questions, make sure you hit the Get Connected link and get on a clarity call with me, or you can stay connected and join my email list. And you guys have a fantastic weekend and be blessed.